Hey,
Hi.
it's the second part of that last Shiftful Country Practice episode with the boozy comedian and
Slash sad clown.
sad clown and the appearance of the wonderful group, the Wank Sticks, or whatever they were called.
The Pee-wees or whatever.
The Pee-wees. Let's get this motherfucker on the road. Guy on a horse, chasing sheep.
Now, in the last one,
Got Dr. Terence.
Did they actually-
Shane Porteous.
explain why Pee-wee had a broken finger.
He punched a kid in the street. Grant Dodwell. Penny Cook. That wasn't a miniature horse. That was actually a full-size one. What people don't realise, she's actually 17 feet tall. Lorraine Desmond and Tenny. Yeah, take her away. She's sick. Joyce Jacobs.
So she.
Yeah.
So is he.
Gordon Piper.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah. No.
What's he do? Oh, that's right. He's been caught to the. I thought it was just. It's like crazed fan.
Now, you'd have no idea which of these pills.
Oh, look at that.
3 or 4 green ones, a couple of white ones, whatever.
Is that?
They're all either up and
I thought that was.
Down.
First, I didn't
He
take any
picked up-
notice of who that was. I thought it was Simon. They go.
He picked
I
up
don't
that
know,
lingo.
they're blue ones and.
He picked up that lingo when he was in King's Cross.
Yeah, that's right. It's uppers, downers, poppers, and whackers.
dangerous with alcohol.
Come on, his mother. He's responsible for himself.
That's debatable.
Look, I book him, I get him there. It is up to him to get up on stage and do it.
He's
Put
not.
him in the recovery position or something, Terence.
He's not actually unconscious. He's just pretending to be asleep until these two fuckheads leave.
Now, would you look around the
Boring.
room?
I bet he will wake up.
Well, he could have another bottle hidden away.
Fucking typical fly off the handle Shane Porteous has a go at this guy. This guy has actually been on his case trying to get him to stay off of booze and drugs. And Mr. fucking Charlie Bronson of King's Cross just...
Yeah, but he's been taking up all his time going, oh, I'm just such a big fan. It's like,
He's disappointed.
doesn't see any signs.
Whenever they're finished over there, they always end up doing the clubs out here, and us poor dopes fall for it every time.
The big clubs of where...
was one of the world's great comedians.
Bargain.
Was Brendan.
Yeah, Burringham.
Look, how
Yeah,
many
we correct.
comedians are remembered? Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, Jacques Tati.
Jack who?
Yeah, well, not very many anyway. I mean, it's an incredible gift to be able to make people laugh.
It's typical that it's an actor at that point that he'll like...
Russell could do that.
He's keen as mustard. He mumbles through every other fucking line. Should it be a piece of dialogue about acting?
With bandage. How did
Yeah,
he
but
sound?
this is in the 80s, and he's talking about Charles Chaplin and
Along with
Buster Keaton. Go, who is this written for?
Nighter
He
students.
must have been really sick. Now, hang on, sister.
Was
He's
he at
entitled
NIDA?
to have an off night now and again. Haven't you been too sick to work?
Yeah, but
So why should he be any different? Just because he's an entertainer?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
She's never even heard of the Delta. Yeah?
Oh, this is so douchey.
Mm.
Come on, I'll get you a clean drink.
Oh, any musician that wants to... He's seen Hard Day's Night and he's going, that's what I'm going to do one of these days.
This is like down at Beige and Grey Studios.
Ah, Mrs. Enright.
What is... Oh, he's stiff from doing the gardening,
Be personal, but what's that funny smell?
farming.
A horse liniment, sure.
Yeah, farming.
Yeah.
Air quotes.
Brendan Jones is responsible for this. Yesterday I bagged 125 bags of potato.
That's why he's hooked up with Vicky.
Is Vicky looking after you?
She prescribed
Yeah,
horse
see.
liniment.
Yeah, I bet she gave you the horse liniment.
Did you know that your daughter is violent? Last night she was giving me a massage. A fatso thought she was attacking me and bit her on the ankle.
Mrs. Enright's waiting.
Ah, Mrs. Enright, just checking on the burn, are we?
What?
Did you hear about last night? The whole town's talking about it. Hey.
Where did she? She just crawled out of off of the ceiling.
Yeah.
Nobody saw you. I'm talking about that comedian. Too busy for gossip, Esme. He appeared before Her Gracious Majesty. Was she there last night? I didn't see her. No.
They used to love doing this routine.
Oh,
The
yeah,
way that like
yeah.
Esme comes in and gossips,
That same hand
and fucking Cheryl just like gives her the cut down lines.
Then goes ahead and gossips herself.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
gets all the kudos because she can do it in a sultry, milfy
It's
kind of way.
a power position because like poor Esme's got to fucking hang around the pub all day trying to get any information. Well, what's her face just sits here in the doctor's studio getting it all.
And Esme was the one who was out sleuthing and solving mysteries and so she was getting a fair number of shocks. She must have had a pretty strong heart because the number of episodes where she's like, oh my goodness, and they've got to give her a stiff brandy in the pub and...
You'd need a brandy too if you got double teamed by Bob and Cookie. But then again, she got double teamed by Bowen and Elliot.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
It was on the prescription they gave her along with her job contract.
You know what's the matter?
Want him upstairs? Stop worrying.
Look, what if he doesn't go on tonight?
You did what I told you.
Yes.
Did they just look over at the pub
their problem.
and sort of
You
gesture
told me to the club
that,
what you-
because look at these crowds that'll be disappointed in the two guys?
So you got your money back. And don't kid me, I bet you put a bit on top of yourself when you sold him to Cookie.
They're going to threaten people that the
So the
Deltones are
funniest
going to
man in the
perform
world
if they start
doesn't go on
booing at the
top.
shitty
That's
comedian.
Cookie's problem. If he does, you're
Give him a
share of
go.
the profits.
Or we'll bring back the fucking Deltones.
Friend, I have to have my name associated with this little enterprise.
He is just staying at your
I think that's a more
And
offensive
the great
version of the joke.
unwashed out there
Yeah.
doesn't know he's got anything else to do. Well, look who's here.
It's Finger Pop McGee.
All the old acts wind up in Wandon Valley.
Do you reckon he insisted on it being his middle finger?
Yeah, he probably did. 'Cause
Yeah, it
he's
was
that
a-
much of a rebel.
It was originally meant to be his index finger or something, but
I'm looking for Reggie Russell.
and everyone in the set enjoyed
he's asleep.
him going around for 5
He's not
days
allowed
giving them the
visitors
finger.
without orders.
Is he going on tonight?
Sure.
It's probably his
Would
own
you give him a
prop.
message? Tell him if he's not up to it, he doesn't have to go on.
Oh, yes, he does.
No, there'll be a show. Oh. I've talked it over with
Oh,
the
the
guys.
Deltones. They're stand-up dudes. They're going to fill in for Reggie
Look, we're doing
Russell.
this for Reggie, mate. He will get the message.
They're doing it for
Sure.
Reggie.
I'll tell him.
But this just comes across like some Wiggles sketch, like, it's alright, if Dorothy can't go on, we'll do it. We're all friends, they won't mind.
That'll have to do with this lad, Molly, otherwise I'll break the spring.
Oh, that's okay. I knew I'd have to make a few trips.
I hope you're going to fucking tie that
No,
down.
thanks.
Oh no, just peel out. There's potatoes everywhere. Flip the car.
Yeah, don't worry, I know. I spoke to him
Catch
on the phone.
cancer
I
or
told him my
whatever.
price. He wants my potatoes, that's the price he's gonna have
Potato
to pay.
cancer.
Yeah, potato cancer.
22
Oh no, it's the Irish blight!
Just you watch me, Bob Hatfield. But
Just
don't
watch
worry, there's
you.
probably someone over at his place right
Busy
now,
peering at that
warning
kid.
him about dealing with Molly Jones. She's a hard woman.
Good luck, Molly.
Looking after doing odd jobs for fucking Molly seemed to be Bob's like full-time job. You never saw the prick do any plumbing at all.
Occasionally he'd get into a septic tank, that was about all he did. He'd go
Yeah, but that
around
was
doing
for
odd,
his
odd
pleasure.
jobs. Yeah, exactly, and then he'd jump in the shit and go down to the pub and let Cookie
Cookie
make...
abuse him.
Yeah, yeah.
Guy.
Lean a little closer. Come
Yeah.
on, Bob.
These two fucking alcohol-finding super sleuths didn't think to look under the mattress. And he only had one night on the piss. How many bottles of fucking vodka did the prick steal? So he drinks...
It seems pretty amateur because the fact that as soon as the doctor and the manager leave, he gets his bottle out and puts on the bedside table. Either that or he's pretty ballsy.
For having to lay
I'm so
down
pleased
like a
those boys
bitch.
are appearing here
I had more
dressing
vodka
gown.
before we started this recording. Don't see me having to lay down.
Australian boys. Clean, you know. Sort of crooners, aren't
Sort
they?
of crooners.
Sort of. Tell you what's nice about them, though. Stepping in so people won't be...
You reckon they're nice? Why are you stabbing one in the balls with a drawing pin?
No, they're not like us, Mr. Happy.
He's already gone along and punched all their eyes
They
out.
live in a world of their own.
Too old. Too old.
Oh, good day, Molly.
Esmo's probably fucking younger than every member of the Deltones.
Afternoon, Nicholas. Jones, you do look as if you've been through the war. Just been working.
Esmo got fucking finger
Absolutely
banged by
right
Johnny
about that,
O'Keefe
Bob.
I told you. I knew I should have gone with
At,
you.
Such a nice young
at
man.
Festival Hall,
Started
yeah.
off at $14 a bag.
Dirty mug. Men ought to go there and job him.
Ah, I had it all
She
worked
pay for that
out.
drink?
State
She just
Farm,
walked over to the
getting
bar and
fired
just
market
sculled
prices.
someone's
He came back
fucking drink.
Someone's backwash.
Because didn't she just walk into the club? She didn't order a drink.
shortage of number one large.
Okay.
I wouldn't be...
Was that Bob?
Kept talking
That
and
was
talking,
Bob
he
hanging
didn't
up
get a word
those
in.
that
Finally,
poster,
they
wasn't
used
it?
to get rid of me and he bought a lot at $22.
That's what I mean. He never does any plumbing.
Molly just walked in, just drive into town.
Yeah.
Then he must have gone, shit, got to get into town to race it to the park.
Yeah. It went from the two of them out in the middle of fucking nowhere. He was standing, she drove off. Where was she driving to? She was driving to Bob. They grow them. She grows potatoes, she grows bobs.
It was the first failed crop.
It's demented.
Have another port.
I have another.
She's only halfway through a current drink.
That wasn't in the script. Sprung.
Is that all you've had?
Well, it's enough, isn't it?
Well,
Come on, understand
Dr. Elliot wants a fucking swig.
You had something to eat. You like something? I suggest you get Mr. Russell something solid to eat.
Before he gets AIDS.
Have you been out of your room today?
Where to?
Well, we could go for a walk to the park or down by the lake.
Been asleep?
Down to the nearest fountain or work for my
And
daughter.
You'll be right as rain by tonight.
We became great friends.
Thanks, Doc. I'm sure I will.
Yeah, he's fucking pocketed that bottle of vodka.
Reggie, what's happening?
What's he got in his pocket? I know that sounds. Is that?
The cock bulge.
I thought he must have put. Is that a serious cock bulge?
Yeah, he's got
In
it.
the lighting, it seems to have two cock bulges though.
No,
Is he stuffing things in his
it's
pockets?
hanging to the right.
Oh my god! Has he adjusted that before the scene?
It was definitely 10 inches. Why is he the manager? He should be the fucking on stage.
Look, do you know what they told me? You drew the biggest
Yeah, it wasn't necessary to hitch up his trousers when he sat down there.
You can't let those people down, Reggie. Well, you can't let yourself down.
I remember hating these two episodes, but I can't remember how Reggie goes, whether he gets on stage and then completely shits the bed and the Deltones have to jump out, or
does he make a miraculous?
I think he might make a
recovery, and one of
miraculous
them
recovery.
opens for the other?
They know about you falling off the stage
Yeah.
with the Rearsby workers last week. Well, they wanted to blow it up, but I persuaded them to keep it quiet. Yeah, because they're reasonable people, Reggie. They want to give you a break. But, well, now they're sniffing around again.
That was a very long shot on
They're
Terence.
asking questions about last night.
Catch him. The lighting's great. It's not grainy for once.
If the truth ever gets out, mate, you're through. I mean, you'll never want to
Oh my god. The rumour's going to get out that this comedian likes to fucking have a couple of drinks. He'll be fucked if that rumour ever got out. That's unprecedented.
You have been used.
That's how people get from Australia to England.
Whoever got his hands on you. And I'm not going to let it happen again, old son. Because when you are back up there, where you belong,
Where eagles fly on a mountain high.
this time you are going to get respect, Reggie.
But he's done okay for someone that's such a hardcore alcoholic.
Oh
He
yeah.
was a big star like, what, 30 years ago. Still looks exactly the same fucking age as when you saw him on TV the other night.
Well, that doesn't get to him nothing.
And is the inference that he's only just started drinking again because he, or
Song at the huff.
sort of like, I mean, he's a comedian in his 50s or whatever. It's like, because back then, was it before the demon drink got to him or before he started drinking too?
Here's another person that doesn't have a day job they have to care about.
Oh,
He's meant to be a doctor, but
yeah.
instead he's like, he's just running a
He's
bar.
just hanging around in the. This is creepy fan shit.
It's gonna get changed in front of me, Reggie. Don't worry.
Next, he's going to turn up in a curly brown wig and beard.
Yeah.
At least I'm company for the cockroaches.
They're gonna like drive out on stage at the club in a limousines, Liberace style, with Terence dressed as a fucking chauffeur.
Here's the snowdropper. He's just run off with his undies. Just go.
You know, you're a real
Handy fackler.
Harry. I've
Yeah.
never seen you get in a tiz about anything.
Well, what's the point? My life is solving problems. There's no point jumping up and down.
What was that little action he just did?
Running around with all those
I
artists.
thought he was doing an embroidery or something.
You know how people say they're just like kids? Well, it's true. I've got to soothe them, stroke them, flatter them, and compensate.
Hello. Gordon Piper. Script by Gordon Piper.
Booze, it was not booze their broke for some money.
Well, if they didn't want it, well, why were they dressed like that?
Well, he's a prime bloody example.
No, I mean, you're not doing anything and time's
Lucky
actually going
Grills is in
on.
fucking shock.
Well, I've got that bleeding heart doctor up there, haven't I? You see, that is...
How small do those beers look?
Delegate.
How what?
Small. They've just
Find
got...
a sucker and let him do it.
Yeah. That's a painting.
Pot
Hi, darling. How'd you go?
in Wonderful Valley.
Oh,
Be cool though.
okay.
She's doing her nails. That means everything's all right with the world. She can be a little feminine.
Payday today. They finally gave me that overtime they owed me.
Oh. Well, just have to put it in the bank.
There must be a dozen things we can...
She's been turning tricks
real?
down on the farm.
You robbed a bank?
She does
Those spots on my potato,
Yeah.
nothing to worry about.
But
You little trimmer.
Rich.
Little rimmer.
She does a pig and donkey show down in Burrigan.
Delivered them and I stood up for my money.
Yeah. It's like a Tijuana donkey show. It's a Burrigan pig show.
I think we've figured out what sort of cancer she died from.
Yeah.
You know something? Right from that first moment I saw you in that hospital bed in Adelaide...
She's from Adelaide. Oh, I take it all back.
Vulnerable.
She's a fucking...
She's adorable.
And you said, hello, what's
You're
your
lovely.
name? And I said,
You're lovely.
Melissa. And you said, wow, Melissa's a bit of a mouthful.
Hello.
I think I'll call you Molly.
So her name's not Molly.
It's Melissa.
I was gonna
Oh, okay.
Tell you what,
I completely didn't listen to that.
let's stay married forever.
Fine, Adelaide now.
So I'm guessing that she's got a few months before they break it that your contract is being terminated or something.
Oh, here we go.
They've got death in mind from her from the start.
Mm,
Or do they drop these sort of lines in on every character?
I don't know.
Hedging their bets.
You all know Reggie Russell was indisposed last night. Indisposed? He was flammable drunk. With the Asian flu, my friend.
Is if anyone's going to care in a country town where anyone's drunk at the pub?
Yeah, no, everybody was like after their guts.
Oh.
However, we have got for you one of the greatest...
I remember them drinking excessively on this show, but once we've watched it's like anti-drink, anti-drugs.
Here we go. Maggots in pink
Oh,
suits.
they're all in pink suits. I'm forgetting they wear the wiggles for a minute. It's just so hammy.
They fucking make Frankie J. Holden look like a badass.
With leopard print lapels. So is Pee Wee the main guy in the...
No, he's just the bass dude. I don't know if they're all original members or what. I think
What is the dance he's doing? Yeah, I think some of them might have left after this. They actually watch themselves on the TV and go, oh, fuck, is that what I'm doing with my life?
the drummer especially. But this is what I mean, like Esme.
He looks so angry singing that.
Yeah. He's gonna do a Clash and or Sid Vicious and like just take the song with a bass guitar and the audience and no rhythm. Hopeless. Who's that in the background?
I don't know.
Member of the Burrican Globetrotters.
Maybe it's the
Esme's like she's having a flashback.
But how young did she look?
That's what I mean. She's probably younger than the dude on the fucking bass. Old 55s looking at these suits going fucking.
Oh, Vicky's
look
loving
and
it.
swish. I thought Vicky hated them. Oh no, that's what she hated, the comedian.
Oh no, Vicky's the vet, isn't she?
Yeah.
I thought that was the thing. I can't tell. Is that Vicky or the nurse? They all have the same hairstyles. Same mousy tinge. Was his? Did you actually see him in Broken Hill?
What? Did I go and watch them perform?
I thought maybe you might have been dragged along by the parents or
Oh
something.
shit! Yeah.
You look fine.
Oh, we've
Don't
heard
think
about
so.
it before.
Yeah, fuck oath you would have heard about it.
Would have ended up in a punch on. Most of the stories the club seem to. Come on, Terrence. didn't work for your daughter. You can give it
Yeah,
another
no,
shot.
he's got no hesitation in like going absolutely fucking mental to like some kid in King's Cross.
Grabbing her, manhandling her.
Oh, and the dude that she was living with as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
The fucking kit gloves for this guy.
Singer can sing a song.
Her daughter stole his prescription pad, never used it. This prick took prescriptions and forged them to get fucking pills.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention to that bit.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway.
Regardless, he's just a lovable rogue.
He's funny.
He would be funny if he
Oh,
had
famous
a
jokes.
special boy to show him the way.
I am really funny. The audience might not be in the mood. Might be some bloke out there who's just gone bankrupt.
What?
What?
All his secretaries told him that she's pregnant.
Ooh. Yeah. Ex-nay. Yeah.
Come on, make me laugh, Reggie.
You are Reggie.
Come on, Reggie, make me laugh.
I thought it was going to say, and it's all false. It's
Come on, you.
and it's all pressure.
Make me laugh.
He's just a narcissist.
On your side. Leave it out, Terence. After what happened last night.
Oh, that.
They believe you.
Oh, the other thing. Yeah, yeah.
See, you've been part of their lives for so many years. They want you to go out there.
Barry Gray put you up to this?
No.
Who's Berry Grape?
I shouldn't have said that.
He's like the fictional like Motown character of Wandon Valley. Still Berry Gordy, it's Berry Grape.
I think it was back up in the Deltones that
Yeah.
stage.
Yep.
It was Pee Wee's side project.
Oh, who could sit through this horse shit?
Oh,
She's still laughing. She hasn't figured out it's the band, not the comedian.
seriously squirming.
Are they just kind of like...
I love how Pee Wee is just clowning it up so it looks like he's actually singing it. Let's get the lead singer in the background. It's just everyone looks so angry and or lackluster.
Yeah. We've been smoking meth all afternoon.
No, don't clap them. It's just... I think this was actually the thing that made...
Listen to his mic.
But the reason we came to Wandon Valley tonight was the same reason that you came
Ugh.
here. To see...
You could hear it when he was singing.
Reggie Russell.
Like they had reverb on his like microphone when he was like doing the singing thing. Trying to add some fucking depth to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I personally have a special thanks I'd like to give to the Deltones. I'm sure you have too. Let's have them back.
Yeah, he just leaves. He just goes home at this point.
Jumps behind
Good night, everybody. Yeah. Terence Elliott's been giving him hot shots all afternoon. Special doctor's blend.
Bleeding hell, there must be something about this stuff.
No, that's right, because you were fucked up last night.
Suppose you know I've just finished at the London Palladium. Boy, have I finished at the London Palladium.
I get it.
Last night, I thought I was finished here. It's great to see so many of
I
you
love
turned up.
Shirley's just...
Shirley
always
was
stealing
a
cameras.
great scalp actor.
Yeah.
She'd go like that all the time and
yeah.
move her hair up and down.
Back.
Yeah.
And seemed to be able to go up and down vertically
Yeah.
as well. So is that the nurse who hated him?
Yeah.
Is that to show his magic as a comedian?
Mm-hmm.
She hates the idea of him and...
But she was that ecstatic with the Deltones, so...
So he goes home, he gets out.
No, that's right. It was Vicky that hated the Deltones. Oh, no, that's right. Vicky hated him on...
Vicky hated the comedian, the nurse hated the Deltones.
But we mustn't knock the poor.
Oh, that's
You
right.
talk right, typical... Talking over his material.
I could learn something.
Yeah.
A week
Alright.
before his 11th birthday, he says, son, tell me what you want. It's yours.
What's she doing stroking her throat?
I've got this pain in my fucking lymph nodes. I wonder if that's alright.
He bought in the local council.
Terrence just leaned forward and punched Lucky Grills in the back of the head. The actor actually turned around and looked and went, "What the fuck was that?" Yeah. He's still shocked. Going.
But wasn't it a joke about the local council? Does Lucky Grills work at the council as well?
Who knows?
He's like the CEO or something.
Everybody knows he's booked the glass case next to Father.
He's obviously been doing this for a fair bit of time. It's like we've got to... The director's going, we're going to fucking sit here all night if that's what it takes. Come on, laugh. And everyone's laughing so hysterically by that stage.
You know, the first time I ever cracked that gag, it was the night I received my first wages as a stand-up comic. And I went straight home that night, to the old tenement building, and my mum was there, and I said, "Mum,
I'm a fucking idiot.
you've been working for me all your life. It's time you went out and worked for yourself. Good night, folks."
I wish I had seen the whole routine.
Yeah.
That chair and a jacket over your head thing is...
I mean, who's not doing that these days?
I'm sure he like tells him to hit the bricks.
Goes off with Terrence as his manager.
Yeah.
Midnight Cowboy style in the back of the bus.
Sorry about the jokes,
Sorry about the jokes. Oh, he's back to his charming model self.
I didn't think a young girl...
No! How old do you reckon she was then? Is she like in her
36.
40s or something?
Thank you very much.
I don't know. Nah, she's probably in her 50s.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind coming over to our place tomorrow for a picnic
Hey,
sort of thing.
you would come out to my place for a
Well,
picnic?
nothing formal or anything, just a picnic.
Oh, no, my wife, Molly, you met her before. She celebrating a really successful potato crop.
Well, I can run you out.
Well, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I'd
Maybe
love
I'm
to.
spending special time
Yeah.
in my jag.
I'd love to celebrate your spud crop.
Invite him round for a few red wines before they go.
He didn't say how he was going to pick him up, yeah. Just going to sit on the handlebars of his 10-speed bike.
No. Tell you what. Make it a double.
Oh, you get that? He's really cured. He can make a drinking joke, but he doesn't want to drink.
The moral of the story is buy someone a new shirt, completely cures them of alcoholism. He's made a complete recovery.
He's got 40 minutes of the DTs and then he's fighting fit.
It's the one that goes under the bat. You bowler. Here, my turn.
Did he have that in his hand when he caught it?
Yeah.
His sleight of hand.
Seems like a different sort of a place.
Yeah, probably only ever sees the inside of hotel rooms.
Is that a puppet she's carrying?
Yeah, it was a puppet. Get under it. Oh, they cut that.
Oh. Yeah, but she does this easy out on herself. It's like, fuck, I'm not playing this. Or is it just actors who can't play sport?
Oh, they got her right in the pussy.
That's why they kept it in. I bet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I'm reading that sleight of hand. He's doing poignant acting over his shoulder 1 minute.
Not out. Well, you're getting very close.
Gets nasty later on.
Oh,
after a
he
few
is wearing
drinks.
2 hats. Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, no.
Oh, baby,
No.
let's go. Just thought I'd drop in and say goodbye.
Oh, you're off, are you?
Yeah, it's just about right again, thanks to you people.
Takes it off and whoa. He goes finger bang me right now
You
in the air.
enjoyed it. Well, well.
Yeah, it's nice to hear some of the old-time stuff every now and
Do you reckon it's like, oh yes, it's the magic of the music?
Nah. Meet him before stepped on TV, thanks to you for getting him up on the stage.
As long as he got up.
He didn't do shit.
Oh, get out there.
All he did was open for him. It was Terrence that was upstairs working him over all afternoon.
Arrangements.
Like what, for instance?
Oh, I could get my grandma to come and see you.
So long, Judy. I'll see you again.
No, you won't.
Let's go to Let's go to
What a fucking unlikable turd is he?
Fucking you burn those
He tried to pick it up with a fork and then picks it up with his fingers.
and burnt himself. And the camera quickly panned up so you missed the fact that all the meat was fucking just completely burnt.
They had it on there for long enough.
So we're celebrating.
They were seriously burnt.
Is that right?
Took them a long time to get the scene right.
Australia. Though most of them be turned into chips by now.
Oh, do you reckon it's because
Well, it was a bit of a rush.
what's her name, Chloe? Chloe has completely worn herself out with the tantrum. They've been sitting around for so long to wait for one of the Chloes to calm down.
It's a big job for a little girl like you.
That's what I keep trying to tell her.
You must be feeling pretty good about yourself, having done it, and all in your own patch of land.
Oh,
Yep, I feel terrific.
what's it?
I'm going to try to
Where you fellas from?
well, I think this is the right area.
LA?
But what's Molly's husband called? Molly and...
This morning I thought he'd be bored. Stiff at the barbecue.
He's just... Has he offered her... He just seems to be sniping about her farming skills all the way through. He's genuinely surprised when the potatoes turn out to be
Well,
good.
it's him, Frank. He's not really an actor. And with the help of some...
He was just... Has he said anything nice about her farming all the way through?
I thought that was the first time they've interacted.
Reckon they hate each other?
Yeah.
That's why people always talked about the realistic chemistry.
An investment, something you own a piece of.
You think he'd want to protect his property? Yes. By taking care of it. Somebody has to.
I don't think Harry cares a damn about Richie. So as long as he gets the laughs.
What
Anyway,
happened to him?
I know what I want.
Why does he sound heavily medicated?
He is...
He doesn't care about Richie.
Yeah, but he's a manager. They're not fucking best friends. They're not married or anything.
I think we're going to make it.
God, I can remember just before I cracked the big time. And it meant a lot of travelling.
Oh, I spent a lot of
Late
farm.
nights,
There's a ton of farms.
boozing. The high life of the up-and-coming comic.
Fucking
Anyway.
listen and learn.
Doesn't matter. Very nice out
Really
there.
I don't think
writes
I've
this
met
whole
any-
speech.
I don't think I've met any comics that will talk about the highlight of the up-and-coming comedian.
Don't sit
No.
about. Let's go on with a cricket.
Did he actually make a point? Yeah, it's over.
Quick, shove that banana in her face.
Force love.
Yeah. You didn't even hear it approach the door. It suddenly just started.
It'd work wonders for your practice. Oh, Mr. Johnson, what a day.
Did he just give a thrust of his pelvis towards Harry?
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. He's dressing in the same sort of hues as well, looking to match outfits.
Did you miss that one? Then we had dinner at the Gilroys.
The Gilroys, eh?
Oh, I've never eaten so much in years. And where did Frank get those marvellous old piano rolls? Songs I learned at my mother's knee. And a few other low joints.
Had a nice time, did you?
He's dressed for cricket. It's
Yeah.
shitty that he has been forgotten.
I'll see you in the morning. What time?
Yeah, he'd only just ironed and put on his cricketing
Don't think there'll
whites.
be time for that.
Really?
Well, you've got a club date in Orange tomorrow night.
Now people are going to be shitty at the manager for saying you have paying jobs to go to. You can't just live this big fish fairy tale kind of lifestyle.
No, not at all. Well, I'll pick you up about 9.
Thanks, Terence.
Oh, hello.
Lovely.
You get some sleep, old son. It's another long drive to Orange.
Drink, Harry?
Why not? Will you join us, Doc? Listen, you'd better let me have your bill.
Oh, we won't worry about that. It's on the house.
Sure, it's a new one on me. Suit yourself.
Is he going to get criticism for having a drink while Harry's in the next
It
room?
doesn't seem to take much to keep Reggie
no.
Russell
Is-
amused.
No?
Or is that going to be a
Well, I'm
moralistic point?
surprised that seeing you've got so much invested in him, you don't know that. He didn't look for a drink all day.
Why is he dressing like fucking Hawkeye all of a sudden as well?
He's in the shit of Wonder Valley.
Yeah.
What do you know about his wife?
Ex-wife?
All right, his ex-wife, Jackie. He talks about her a lot.
Does he
You're
ever?
right, this is really coming off like a
What
MASH
were the chances of
episode.
getting her to come over here to Australia?
Oh, you fell for that line too, did you?
Just need
Um,
radar to come running
yeah.
in.
Darling Jackie, Doc.
MASH with
She is an
special appearance by an Australian Test cricketer.
Yeah.
Since the day they were married, they fought and bruised together. Well, you ask anyone in the business in London, they'll tell you. Oh, whenever Reggie was away on tour, he was, off with other birds. Until the
How, like, this guy, like, apparently only took over as his manager recently, but somehow he knows the whole fucking backstory.
Out of homes, hospitals. Oh, Reggie put her there a few times, belting her up.
Maybe Harry's told him in drunken
The
stupor.
grog must have affected his brain.
I don't know.
Yes, he still thinks.
It's because everyone knows. Everyone in London knows he's a drunk.
Doc, don't worry about it, Doc.
Because people worry about
I mean,
these
you're not
things.
the first person to fall for his little tale. It's very convincing. Well, thanks anyway. You sure you won't join us?
Good night.
Huh? Good night.
King G Permanent Press.
There is one born every minute.
Yes, operator, I'm still hanging on. What time would it be in Glasgow? Perhaps my mum's out. Hello, Mum. It's Reggie.
No, he's in it. He's
I'm phoning from Australia.
Oh my god.
show off the accent
It's a wee
skills.
place called Wandon Valley. Listen, Mum. Don't believe what you read in the newspapers. They always
His mum
exaggerate.
gets Barragan Times sent over to Glasgow.
Yeah. Meanwhile, his mum's going, what about the papers? What?
You're on stage with a fucking
On the one
Deltones.
street. My manager, Mr. Gray, he says we should see the first scripts next week. Right?
So he's meant to be a fucking hotshot in Scotland right
Have you seen the
now.
kids?
Yeah.
He's got this huge career in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Maddy. Or is that to the wee blondie? The redhead.
Of course, she's a redhead.
Half his luck, eh?
You see, this is what a ladies' man is.
What about
He
Sheila?
refers to them by hair colour. Some 50s rock and
She's
roll
in London.
song.
You should have come to see me, Mum. Well, I was only in there a week, and it wasn't really a hospital. No, look, I'm fine now. Top of the world. I gave a show here last night, and I had the audience in the palm of my hand. Just like the old days, Mum. Oh, yes. I'm up on top again.
Oh, how long is this scene going to go on for?
I know. So uncomfortable.
You wouldn't have Jackie's phone number there, would you?
Click.
What's the harm in a phone call? Aye, let's
So give her home and a phone
2
call.
lawns, 5, 4, 8, 7, 7, 7.
It's Jackie Weaver's number that he's writing down.
Okay, Mum. Now listen, I'll
This
be
is the
home for
Darren Hinch
Christmas.
story.
You hear? You look after yourself. That's right. I'll see you then. Look, I have to go. They're calling for me. Cheerio. Bye.
Bye.
Once more unto the breach.
Will you never learn, Reg?
No.
No,
Or is he
no.
going to smash
It's
it at the mirror?
Mirror Reg is going to talk to him again.
A dagger, though, I see.
Don't do it, Reg. We can't just sit through another scene.
Oh my god. Before he sits down and looks at himself. I hope so.
I have a feeling.
But then why
now I
did
want him
Terence
to be
just
talking to the mirror.
why did Terence like spend all afternoon fixing him up but still just left a bottle of vodka casually just sitting in the cupboard?
Yeah, it's exciting.
He was the one that was putting the fucking shirts in there.
Yeah, what's the manager been doing all day? Is he been planting them in there?
548 777.
If he's
Yeah.
that worried. Oh.
Wonderful inventions, telephones, eh? They let us live so far away from each other.
Is he practicing material?
Hello?
He's doing his
He's doing his stand-up.
Bonjour.
Or was that serious?
no, I think he just wanted to show off his accents again.
Oui. J'attends. ici.
He's doing his Alfie act now.
Yeah.
Hello? Jackie? No, it's not Jackie,
He's
no.
using a bloody double.
Yes, I would. I would like to...
Piazza, Charlie, piazza.
No need to get a...
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Enjoying my money, are you? Yes, I do insist. Jackie. It's Reggie. Right.
Choke artist.
Should have told her she looks mumsy.
Look in the mirror, Reg.
I was so busy looking at him, listening to him do a Michael Caine impression, I didn't get a single word of that. It's his wife, ex-wife.
Yeah. But he apparently assaulted her years ago. So they've been separated.
Oh, so he picks up the phone, starts shouting at her and goes, "Oh, I forgot to introduce myself."
Blue Healers. Oh.
Australia. It's a wee place called...
A wee place called Wandon Valley.
Listen, Mum. Don't believe what you read
Oh,
in the
there's a
newspaper.
flashback.
They always exaggerate.
I've drunk so much I've travelled back in time.
I've died and gone to hell. This is going to be painful.
Says we should see the first scripts next week. Right? Listen, Mum.
This is like the director's cut or some shit.
He gets up and does come through and punches the mirror.
He calls someone in South Africa and then drops a fucking South African accent on them. Show off the
Goes
whole
through the
resume.
gamut of,
Yeah.
racist accents.
What about Sheila? Well, she's in London. She should have come to see me, Mum. Well, I was only in there a week and it wasn't really a hospital.
It sort of made it look like, or maybe the night wasn't as bad as all it seemed. It's like, yeah, he spoke to his mother, had a nice chat, spoke to his ex-wife, wasn't so great. Then he just called his mum back and he's just having another nice conversation.
His mum has short-term memory loss, so he can go, he's the one person who can go, I can play this back and make it right. Meanwhile, he calls his ex-wife and she's like, stop fucking calling me. He's forgotten that he hasn't.
Aye, that's
2.
2 lawns. 5.
Telephone. It's a marvellous invention.
4, 8.
But I love how he calls his mother and says, "Mum, you've got my wife's number, my wife I used to abuse. Can you give it to me?" And she's not going to go.
That's right.
She doesn't fucking want to see you.
I have to go. They're calling for me. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
He's forgotten his Scottish sign-off, so he's got to give a cheerio.
Once more unto the breach, dear Reg. Once more.
We didn't say that line as he threw it out the window.
A dagger that I see before.
Oh. So he did
straight back into the English accent.
So he's done Hamlet as Michael Caine before.
Probably.
He slid straight into that accent. It's this Danish accent.
Hello? Operator. Yeah, I'd like to make a call to France this time.
Oh, France.
Yeah, he's going to do a French accent.
Isn't it? It's too long.
I was wondering why he was doing French before.
777. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he touching himself?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
Oh.
Yeah.
They let us live so far away from each other.
Operators,
Hello?
what the fuck you want to go?
Bonjour. Est-ce que Madame Russell est là?
Oui.
J'attends ici. Are the problems?
That's how much English he wants to be. It's like, I've got to pretend that I don't like France, even though I'm Scottish.
It's not Jackie, no. Yes, I would. I would like to speak to her.
Michael Caine impression.
No need to get abusive, old chap.
I was not talking to her.
Enjoying my
No,
money,
he's
are you?
talking to her new husband.
Ah.
Yes, I do insist.
Now look, you're old and you're out of shape.
The husband puts him on.
Puts her on, yeah.
Puts her on, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so when he says, "Hi, Jackie, it's me," and then hangs up.
World's worst prank
The operators
phone call.
come on and go, "I'm sorry, you have no more credit." I think it was pretty successful. I got to speak to at least 4 people, try out various accents.
Yeah. He's working on a comedy CD.
Yeah. It's the worst prank phone call ever. At least he's a fairly reasonable drunk. He hasn't lashed out at anyone. He's very
We could go
Goes
again
inside
with
himself and just
peppermint.
has a
Word
snooze.
of mouth, we'd get another 3 nights.
Quit while you're ahead. Don't be greedy.
Oh, will you listen to who's talking?
Morning.
Oh, we got you both this morning, eh? Who's looking after the
Polyester
hospital?
parade.
Get sick this morning.
Stick out your chest, Terence.
As far as I know, haven't seen
This
him.
is all chest, not guts. Certainly not.
No, go if you like.
Make sure you have him back by 12.
I always knew that Simon was a dag, but look at him. He's such a dog. He was meant to be the heartthrob.
Mm.
Did you cook this?
Reggie.
Reggie's dead.
Morning. It's Terence Elliott.
It's T-Bird. Open
And
up.
as a drunk, he hangs everything up. His dirty clothes
Yeah.
were in the...
But that was exactly the same as his daughter, who was a heroin addict. All her stuff was like neatly hung up as well.
Yeah.
He's dead.
What did he just steal his watch?
Yeah. He sort of like held his hand up and fist bumped him. Like the two doctors in town are shaking their heads going, I don't know what to fucking do. Call Shirley.
She can ask around, see if anyone knows.
Detective, what? There's no time for a drink.
Maybe he's got more in here.
Yeah. Get some of this gear into you, Terence. Oh, they're
Terence
confused.
never saw it coming. He's the worst doctor.
Yeah, Terence was the one who left the bottle of vodka there.
They haven't
He had
even
a cricketer's
listened.
oath that he wasn't going to drink
He
again.
steals his watch and then he fingers his eye. Doesn't even listen to his pulse.
Well done. It's what we thought. That particular combination of drugs with the bottle of
They didn't experiment. Him and Simon just like dropped a couple of pills and had a drink in the car park.
It's a wild theory, but
Go-
we think his
yeah.
heart stopped.
I'm pretty fucked up myself.
Yeah, apparently that was a very brief call. There'll be an inquest, of course.
Why would a cop have to say to a doctor there'd be an inquest? It's like,
Yeah.
Listen, you're the doctor. Do an inquest.
Mm.
An autopsy.
How are things over there in Orange? Cold? Hey, listen, Pete. We've had a bit of drama over here. No, listen, I'll tell you all when I see you. Reggie won't be appearing tonight. Look, I'm sorry, mate. I'm really sorry. But, you know, he does have a bit of a reputation for being unreliable.
So does he know he's dead and he's in his morning clothes and he's just trying to smooth it over?
Yeah, a new fella, young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have heard of him, but he's done a lot of the big clubs down
His name's
in Sydney,
Pee-wee?
and he's really on the way up. Now, you know, Pete, that is the time
Pete,
to catch him
it
on
is
the way up.
Pee-wee, I betcha.
I mean, let's face it.
I reckon Pee-wee's trying to break into a comedy career at this point. Is that cynical to say?
Pee-wee was the one that was getting the pills to give to Reggie.
What I'll do is, if you are not
He's
satisfied,
crushing it up.
if he doesn't have them falling off their seats, I will
That's
give
acting.
you half your money back.
Oh.
Yes, I know. I don't do that too often.
Oh, people.
I mean, that's how sure
No one can understand that this guy
Okay?
works a certain job. He has ends to meet.
See ya.
Bit soon for that, eh, mate?
Ta-da!
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was a bit douchey, but... As if anyone's surprised.
Does it really need water?
Well, that's what husband's going to come and say. I think you're doing that wrong. Trust me, I'm a nurse.
Guess so.
Cancer.
Let me think.
Comic cold? No. It'd be very wrong.
You heard the news?
You're going to die.
Poor man. He had everything and then nothing.
He made
Took 2 wickets yesterday, if that means anything.
Wearing 2 hats.
Yeah.
Even if only for a short time, it's a big thing to do.
They've got to be working up to her death. I reckon they're going to have a lot of death. They would have had a lot of death episodes before.
Yep.
It's going to grow, Brendan. It's going to be big and strong and green.
You ain't going to see it, Molly.
Yep.
Brendan's going to kiss his lucky bread tag necklace. kid just crushed the kid just picked up the watering can and just dropped it on the plant, crushed it. Reggie, Frank Gallagher, the Deltones, as the Deltones.
Pee-wee, Ian Wilson. Remember that name, kids. Ian Wilson is going to be big in the comedy circuit.
Speaking of doses.
Do you reckon it was meant to be all the Deltones, but he was the only one that agreed to it? None of the others showed up. They all had to be in a car wreck. They've all got broken fingers.
Yeah, they might get their scenes cut. They could only afford one of them.
Well, there was that scene where he's going, "Why haven't you guys come and visit me?" It's like he's the...
Yeah. Back to the original dude that you see in the start of the show. That has
this
nothing.
is the farmer going, "What have you fucking done with my stock?"
There's
Get back
nothing
in
to do with the rest. A J&P production for the 7 network. Brr.